I'm dressed this way because I've been out in the garden spreading as best as I can California poppy seeds, hoping that this storm that you see behind me will come and bring sweeping rafts of rain to get those poppies to grow. Um, because I because I dream of having beautiful orange poppies in our garden come springtime. And as usual, it reminds me, if I stop and think a little bit about something that St. Ignatius made so clear. Made so clear that when we stop and think a little bit more deeply about things, we can always find the activity or the presence of God in this world around us. So the very hopes I have for flowers in the springtime, the idea or the reality that there are flowers and that there's this beauty that comes from God, uh, if I stop and think about that, it takes me directly into thinking about God. And, as we said before, St. Ignatius would sit at the table and he would be very quiet and listen to the conversation, praying, I think, quietly, how can I interject something that will bring people some sort of edification in the Lord? Where are you, Lord, in this conversation? And when he would speak, it would be often for people would hear very beautifully something of God that he had discovered in what they were talking about. And that to me seems to be a tremendous gift, that whether it be in finding beauty in flowers, or whether it be in finding in our sufferings that God is especially present there, whether it be in some of the joys that we have in life or the struggles that we go through, that in a very real sense, when we go below the surface and we don't listen necessarily to our most kind of most natural way of thinking or the way other people think about things, but we stop and we say, God, what are you doing in this situation? Where are you in this situation? Almost always some bit of wisdom and some bit of consolation or joy is born again inside of us. And so the challenge that I find with Ignatian spirituality often is the challenge of going deeper, not letting my natural love for flowers to stop there, but to trace it back to the fact that this is a beautiful world that God has given to us. And that's the wisdom of St. Ignatius for today.